Welcome to another episode of the Streamy Award-winning podcast, Not Too Deep. I'm your host, Grace Helbig. This is a very exciting day, and I can't believe it's taken this long to have this amazing content creator, generally funny human, and just all around Dave Matthews Band's #1 fan, Jacksfilms. Jack Douglas is with us today on this episode of Not Too Deep, and we really dive into the essence of his love for Dave Matthews Band, and also, you know, he's got some opinions about the beef with Pewdiepie. It gets pretty juicy. So enjoy this episode of Not Too Deep with Jacksfilms.
Not too deep.
This episode of Not Too Deep is brought to you by Squarespace. Turn your great idea into a reality with Squarespace. They make it easier than ever to launch your passion project, whether you're showcasing your work or selling products of any kind. With beautiful templates and the ability to customize just about anything, you can easily make a beautiful website all by yourself. But if you do get stuck, Squarespace's 24/7 award-winning customer support is there to help. Head to squarespace.com/grace for a free trial. And when you are ready to launch, use the offer code GRACE, GRACE, to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Not too deep. Not too deep. With Grace Helbig.
Hey, Jack Douglas is here with us on Not Too Deep. This is so exciting. I can't believe it's taken this long for you.
I can't either. This has been a long time coming. We've just been talking for months. When are you going to be on the podcast?
I know. This is the new thing in 2019 that I've decided to start opening the podcast with this question. What's your deal?
Oh boy, that's a very specific, focused, targeted question. What's your deal?
What's your deal? What are you doing?
I'm a headless chicken, Grace. I'm just running around.
That couldn't be more accurate.
You know, I mean, aren't we all?
Yeah.
Aren't we all?
No, we were talking about this a little bit before. How long have you been now making videos for? You're in double digits years wise,
Well
right?
into 13 damn years.
13?
Yeah, started in 06.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
I know. It's so, you have this very interesting trajectory to me because I met you on the set of My Music with the Fine Brothers.
Absolutely.
And you had already been sort of a veteran, even though that was like 2009, 10, something like that.
That
11?
was, I want to say 2011. I'm sure
Yeah.
they'll fact check that. But
Immediately.
Yeah.
And then it felt like you had been doing it forever. And then all of a sudden it was like people were sleeping on your channel. And then I'd turn around and you're just like one of the #1 YouTubers all of a sudden. But I was like, he's been doing this way longer than I think people know or give him credit for.
I'm the one of those OG old man YouTubers. I got the Fine Brothers to thank for that big push, by the way. 'Cause
Really?
they did Teens React to Jacksfilms back in 2012, I think, and that pushed me over the edge. That's what happened.
That does change things.
It really does. It really does. So God bless him, you know?
So how do you do comedy, you do parody, and I think you are just a professional troll machine.
Sure. I'll take it. I'll take that label.
It is. When did you, because I feel like it was a pivot in which you decided this is the kind of content that's working and that I'm going to do. Like, what was that?
I'll tell you exactly when. I can pinpoint it to college, January 2009.
Okay.
No, before that, it was sometime in 2008. So I made like sketches and stuff. They never took off, by the way. So this is only 2 years into my channel. I'm like a sophomore in college or whatever. And I was bored one day. I watched Apple was releasing a new product.
Okay.
And there were rumors of like a super thin laptop. And I'm reading all the tech blogs because what else are you going to do when you're a nerd like me? And I was so pumped for this product. And so I watched the whole launch, the announcement, and it was really underwhelming to me, at least. I was like, that's fucking it. Yeah. Drag Apple.
Drag Apple. They don't need our sponsorship.
And so I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to make fun of it. Like, so I just made like a minute-long fake commercial.
Okay.
Mocking, like I used their little jingle, like whatever song they used for their commercial, but I just dubbed in my voice saying the new MacBook Air, blah, blah, blah. And that parody, for whatever reason, took off.
Well, okay.
That was like my first viral video back in 2008. And people really, I don't know, they took a liking to it so much so that I realized maybe I could be the parody guy. And then I kept doing stuff like that, just like the Snuggie. I made fun of that and this and that. And people kind of took me to be the parody guy.
Okay. But then you started doing Your Grammar Sucks, which for people that don't know, how would you explain that?
Your grammar sucks is really just an excuse to make fun of people online who can't spell.
It's so pure and perfect. And I get mad when I first saw it. I was so mad that I didn't think of that idea. I was like, this is really fucking good.
Well,
God
you've been in at least 2 of them. Like,
at least.
Your grammar sucks 40 and 100. And I'm sure there's something else I'm forgetting. But
how many are there in total now?
Only like 116 or so.
Only, okay.
I used to crank them out every week. Now I do like 1 or 2 a year just because I got tired of it.
It's crazy. But it's pure and perfect.
Well, thank you. I don't know about either of those things, but it was really fun to do for a while. But now it's kind of, I do it less frequently because it's at the point where it's like, well, I don't know what else to, like. I've done it all when it comes to making fun of grammar. There are only so many times where you can make fun of someone for typing raper instead of rapper. You know what I mean? Like, I even wrote a song about it. Like it's run the gamut. Like it's run its course. So. It's tougher to make new episodes of that series because it's like, how many times can you make fun of someone for writing the wrong form of there? You know, it's like, so.
And it has to be for you at some point too, because then you're
100%.
like, I'm burnt out and this is not fun for me anymore.
Absolutely.
But you do a great job of using audience participation really well and like in a celebratory way, but also a completely mocking way.
It's a lot of both.
Yeah.
So like my viewers, they're all really sarcastic because that's kind of like my sense of humor. It's sort of dry, sarcastic, sassy.
Yeah.
And we all kind of celebrate that. So a lot of my viewers write very sassy, sarcastic comments. So you're exactly right. So it's like a lot of audience interaction with the series, Yesterday I Asked You series. But of course, there's a lot of mocking on both sides too. They make fun of me, I make fun of them. It's beautiful.
That's
great.
how you show love
Absolutely.
in this fandom.
Yeah, nobody gets hurt.
Do you have, because you have this, you're breeding this sense of sarcasm, do you have weird real life fan interactions? Like, do people come up and say things or approach you in any way that's like they think it's going to be funny, but it just misses the mark?
I can think of only one IRL example that happened last year. I was coming.
Oh no.
I haven't thought about this since, but I was coming out of the gym, just waiting for my Uber back home. And this guy comes up to me and he's like, hey.
Oh no.
He's like, you look older in person. And I'm very taken aback and I go, what? And he says, "Is that not isn't that one of your catchphrases?"
Oh my god!
And I go, "No, that's not me, dude."
Wait, so he did know who you were?
I think he got it confused. He had seen me on the H3 podcast.
Gotcha.
And he recognized me from that. So maybe that was like an Ethan joke, but I'm not sure. So and he like. He felt bad. Like he immediately realized the error of what he had just done, but it was really fucking funny. Like in hindsight, like he literally, like imagine just a guy going up to you and going like, "Hey, you look older in real life."
I would be so flattered.
like fuck off.
I would love that. I mean, you might have been getting directly hit on and didn't realize and he struck out.
Well, my gaydar sucks, so that's very possible. It's very, very. I've always had woefully bad gaydar.
What's the core audience? Like, who's your demo?
Here's a cool thing. It's not heavily guys or girls. It's kind of split down the middle.
Really?
Which I'm happy about. Yeah. Because I try not to skewer towards like a totally dude audience. Like I don't really do dude bro comedy, so that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Age wise, I shoot for like our age. Like I shoot for 18 to 35. Like I kind of like that's my target demo in my head.
Okay.
The reality is a little younger. It's like 13 to 21 or something.
Sure. Everyone's watching up.
Everyone's right. Yeah. So I mean, I try to do stuff that I think guys my age would find funny.
Yeah. No, because you talk a lot about gaming. Are you like an actual gamer?
A little bit. Okay. Yeah, I dabble in. I'm more of a console guy than a PC guy.
Okay.
I never got big into PC gaming.
Okay.
I mean, I fucking suck at Fortnite, so like every time I play, I die instantly. It's really fun. But I'm more of I like Smash Brothers. I like the Mario games, Nintendo games, that kind of stuff, and a little bit of PlayStation. But I'm not like a hardcore gamer.
Sure.
I make fun of hardcore gamers, but I do dabble in gaming.
You dabble. You dip your toe in.
I sure do.
Okay. You're married to a beautiful, wonderful woman.
I am?
Supposedly, according to the internet.
When did that happen?
Erin is also a Taylor Swift obsessed fan.
Yes, she is. She does love. Yes.
I also am a Taylor Swift obsessed fan.
Let's dive into
Have
this.
you had to learn the ways of Taylor Swift because of your wife now?
So we've been to one concert so far.
How was that experience for you?
It was actually fine. It was a lot of fun.
She puts on a great show.
She puts on a great, and she sings all the hits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she doesn't give us any indie shit.
No. Just the hits. And that was a lot of fun. And honestly, I got nothing against Taylor. I'm not like, I keep using this this phrase, dude bro. I'm not too much of a dude bro to be above liking her pop stuff, you know? But yeah, Erin loves her stuff. She also loves Hamilton. So like when she comes home from work, she'll just scream Hamilton. Particularly Burn.
You couldn't have sounded more like a husband in that sense. She comes home from work and she just screams Hamilton. Yeah, you're married.
You're married. But no, yeah, I mean.
But also, I'm curious about that because as a person that does comedy online, I'm always fascinated about like towing the line of how much of my personal life I showcase like in social media or in videos. Like, where do you make like a conscious effort to like draw the line, or are you just kind of like, this is my life, it is what it is, I'll put out whatever I want?
And there are some things I'm like a tiny bit more secretive about, but I'm not terribly worried about that just because the videos I make aren't really vlog style.
Right.
So there's not too much to really show. I mean, like when I make my videos, they're all sketches or they're these Yai videos or whatever. They're not too much like a day in the life.
Right.
If I did that, then yeah, I'd be a bit more,
conservative.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm not too worried because that's not the kind of stuff I make. Like when I tweet, it's just like dumb jokes and shit.
Yeah. have you ever had to have a conversation where it's like, this is for her sake, like I don't want to be in this video, or I don't want to be mentioned in this?
So a little bit.
Yeah.
And I hesitate because every video we film together. So there's another series I do called Jack Ask. And it's like it started off as a mock Q&A show, then kind of got a bit more real. Yeah. But still with a twinge of that sassiness. So we had a tradition where like every 10 episodes, Erin would join me and we would take questions from our viewers for the both of us. Right. And largely for Erin, because she is way funnier than I am. And people know that too. Like they're real quick to point that out. Thanks, guys. But before we film, every single time, and we've done like 9, 10 of these, every single time Erin is like, I don't want to do this. I really don't want to do this. Give me some wine. I really don't want. But by the end, she's having fun. Yeah. And here's a funny thing too. So we film for like an hour, sometimes 2 hours. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, just enough so that like we have enough material.
But you can get rid of stuff if it's like, I don't know about that part.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we film for 2 hours and it's only like a 10, maybe 15-minute long video total.
Sure.
But every time after we film, she always turns to me and says, I don't think that was funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I always tell her like, honey, you were incredible. And and people end up loving it. Like it turns out being great because of her.
Because when you guys met, first of all, how did you guys meet each other?
Okay, so there are two
What's
stories.
The origin story? Yeah.
Yeah. The short story is we met at a bar in Philly. I was there visiting college friends for the first time in Philly, and I met her at a bar, and we just kind of hit it off. Okay. Longer story is that she saw one of my videos from 2009. It was a Snuggie parody back in 2009. And we had friended each other on Facebook back then, back when Facebook friends were more exclusive, you know?
Right, yeah.
But just because we were friends on Facebook, we never talked. We didn't know the other person existed. Okay. It was just one of those dumb, like she friended a YouTuber because she thought that vid was funny. Right. I accepted because why not? And then we never talked until 3 years later in 2012. I post a dumb thing on Facebook. It's like after Christmas, before New Year's. And I post like, my New Year's resolutions: lose 10 pounds, get 1 million subscribers, acquire girlfriend. And, you know, it's like tongue in cheek, but it's also like, kind of real. Erin, on her end, she sees this. She's getting over a breakup. She sees this and she sarcastically types. She responds or replies, I'll be your girlfriend.
Oh, my God.
Enter. Send.
Oh, no.
So I see this and I go, what the fuck? Like, I don't know who this person is.
Right.
We're somehow friends. Yeah. I had totally forgotten. Both of us had forgotten the other existed. Sure. So I check out this girl's profile. I stalk her a bit and I'm like, what the fuck? She's cute. She's way out of my league. Am I being catfished?
Yeah, are you being catfished?
And I thought I was being catfished. and then I find out like, oh, she's from Philly. I'm going to Philly in like a few days. Like it was actually like the planets aligned. Like it was actually like right the eve of me leaving for Philly.
Yeah.
So I messaged her and I'm like, haha, saw your reply, lol. Anyways, gonna be in Philly if you want to meet up for drinks on Saturday. And that's how we really met.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's like the fucking Notebook right there. That's a beautiful story.
Can I just say the Notebook is so fucking flawed in how they like meet. He like literally hangs on a Ferris
I've never
wheel.
seen it.
And
What does he do?
so Gosling, to get this girl's affection, they're at like some carnival. She's on a Ferris wheel, or
Sure.
yeah.
That's what girls do.
That's what girls do, right?
Yeah.
And with another guy, her boyfriend, I
Whoa.
guess, and he's hanging on the Ferris wheel, and he says, "If you don't go out with me, I'm gonna kill myself and drop."
Oh my God.
So it
Is
fucking
that true?
that's 100. Look it up. What? But it's fucking true, and I've always like that's a terrible fucking message.
That's-
to send to people.
That's emotionally abusive.
Yeah. Textbook.
Wow. And if a girl did that to get a guy's attention, she'd be labeled crazy.
It would be a Twitter highlight for sure.
Oh, big time.
Instantly.
But Erin wasn't involved in the digital world, or was she?
No. She's
Okay.
not she's never been a YouTuber.
Okay.
You know, it's very, very different.
Gotcha.
Very different worlds. But
So she's had to learn to adapt to this lifestyle.
oh yeah.
This
but-
lavish, luxurious
Look,
lifestyle.
right. Yeah, because that's exactly what it is. No, but she has adapted. She adapted so fucking quick. Like
Yeah.
she knows all the YouTubers.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you know, she picked up on the culture extremely quickly, and she's awesome in front of a camera.
That's great.
She plays shy, like, oh, I don't want to do this, and then she kills it every
Yeah.
single time.
Oh, that's sweet.
Right?
That's modern romance right there, people.
It sure is.
Think about that for a second. Okay, now you have 2 fur babies.
Two Yep. Sorry, it took me a second.
Yeah.
You sure? Like Furbies? Oh yeah.
Yeah, you have 2 Furbies.
We have 2. So we have 2 white fluffy dogs, Klondike and Sunday.
They look like cartoons. It doesn't make sense to me. And I honestly thought you had photoshopped. I didn't realize you had 2. And I thought you were just photoshopping like a clone dog.
Oh, that's good.
And
That's
I was like,
good.
is this a bit that he's doing? I can't tell. Oh, no, he has 2 dogs
I
now.
wish I were that funny.
It's so funny, but they look like actual goddamn cartoons.
They are kind
What's
of.
their breed? What are they called?
So they're American Eskimos, and they're either
Okay.
toy breed or mini breed,
Okay.
but they're like smaller than standard.
So why that dog? That type?
Because I'll tell
And
you
then why another one of the same type?
So the first one, Aaron was online, just like Google image searching dogs,
I mean, that is I've been there.
right? What
Yeah.
like. It's either that or Zillowing. So she
Yep. I prefer Trulia, but
I'm
to each
sorry.
their own.
Yep. She finds a picture of an American Eskimo, a toy American Eskimo riding a tricycle, and that was it. She was like, "Done. I want that." So we got Klondike,
Give me that, please.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
and I don't know how the second one came about.
I mean, once you get the first one and you realize that it's pretty great, then you got to get another one.
It was like she needs a playmate.
Do they get along with each other?
They actually do. They play all the fucking time.
Oh, that's cute as heck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's honestly, it's a tumbleweed of just a white blur, a tornado throughout. Like they just wrestle, and it's adorable.
Oh, God bless. I mean, they're truly the greatest joy that we have left in this burning apocalypse that we're living
It's
in
all we
right now.
got. It's all we got. Protect them at all costs.
On that very lighthearted, optimistic note, we're going to take a quick break. And when we get back with more with Jacksfilms here on Not Too Deep.
Not too deep.
Hum Nutrition is all about making you look and feel your best. Each specific supplement packs a combo of potent ingredients designed for specific aims like clearer skin, boosted energy, fuller hair, and it's backed by clinical results. Hum focuses on preventing concerns and long-term care and repair, not damage control and covering up. Their, quote, inside-out approach to beauty goes beyond a scare care regimen alone to give you great results. Hum's products are sustainably sourced, non-GMO, and free of soy, gluten, artificial colors, and preservatives, plus lots of vegan options. Try supplements like the Daily Cleanse, Hair Sweet Hair Growth Gummies, Uber Energy, and more. If you aren't sure what you need, go to humnutrition.com/get_. get_started to take a quiz and get personalized recommendations from Hum's team of registered dietitians. To make things even easier, Hum offers a monthly vitamin subscription that's affordable, flexible, and convenient. These guys are absolutely wonderful, and they make it easy to understand the dietary restrictions or nutritions or whatever you might need on a very simple level. So go check them out. Highly recommend. Go to humnutrition.com/get_started for your personalized recommendations and get 20% off your purchase with code GRACE. That's humnutrition.com/get_started and code GRACE.
We're good. We're back with Jacksfilms. How did you create the name for your YouTube channel?
I'll tell you how.
Yeah.
It was 2006. Luckily, there were relatively very few YouTubers.
Yeah.
And I wanted something vague and broad. I didn't really know what I was going to like. I didn't see YouTube as a viable way to make a living.
How did you stumble onto YouTube? Because like my history is that I took an editing class in college, and our professor had us all register accounts so that we could share our work with each other.
So smart of that professor.
I thought it was just like an internal college website that we were all
Hilarious.
sharing. Like,
Hilarious.
So yeah, some of my first stuff on my YouTube channel is just projects from college.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's embarrassing sweet. But yeah, so how did you find it?
I found it through some of my friends in high school.
Okay.
They were just uploading dumb, like not even pranks, just like videos of them clowning around outside our high school in Maryland, and they just uploaded it. I really liked the name of it, YouTube. It's like YouTube, like I like that. It's like my own TV channel.
Yeah, remember when everyone created accounts that's like Shane Dawson TV?
Huh? And I'm sure Jacksfilms was absolutely inspired by that. Yeah. But I wanted to keep it vague because I didn't really know outside of comedy what kind of stuff I'd be uploading.
Sure.
And I was lucky enough, because it was 2006, I'm lucky enough that I was able to get a name as easy as Jacksfilms and not like Jacksfilms 884793, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
You know, so that's why I couldn't do that today. I would have a hard fucking time trying to come up with an original channel name today.
Oh, yeah, it's impossible.
The market's oversaturated.
Just figure out a different occupation.
Absolutely.
That's what I say. Burn it down.
We're full, thanks.
We've reached maximum capacity. It's now a fire hazard. Okay. People ask you tons of questions, I'm sure. What's one question you hate getting asked? And contrarily, what's one question no one's asked you that you wish that you could answer?
Ooh, that's a tricky one. Okay,
Yeah.
let me tackle the first one first. I hate when people. Here's the deal. So, Pewdiepie kind of created an unintentional shitstorm.
Yeah, are you guys genuine friends?
We're genuine friends.
Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Cool,
We're not actually mortal enemies.
Got it.
However, what happened was in summer of 2017.
I vaguely know this situation, but please explain it.
So, in summer of 2017, he jokingly made a video called LWI, or he started a series called LWI. LWIAY stands for Last Week I Asked You.
Yeah.
And it was a very obvious parody, a loving parody of Yesterday I Asked You, my series, which I had been doing at that point for 2 years.
Right.
And hundreds of episodes. And so I thought, oh, that's really cool. Like the number one YouTuber in the world is making this loving parody of my series. Like I was flattered. I thought that was really fucking cool. And people got it. His fans got it. My viewers got it. Like we all got it.
Yeah.
And he kept going for a while, blah, blah, blah. And then it got even funnier because he had a guy, another YouTuber, Day by Dave, who's a musician, write his theme song, like a musical jingle, and it was a total copy of my original theme song for Yai. But it was like, we're all in on the joke. Like, I loved it. I laughed out loud the first time I saw it. It was like, great. I lulled. And it was cute. And we all lived in this merry world where like PewDiePie copied me but it, like air quotes. Yeah, I know if you can't see that, but it was all a great joke. January of last year in 2018, he uploads a video called like Who Copied Who or Who Stole Who or something like that.
Okay.
And the whole video is very sarcastically blaming me for copying his Lawai show, even though the opposite is true. You know? But like he makes this whole like Jack is just like he pointed out some joke tweets of mine at his expense and blah blah blah, and he even pointed out like he stole my theme song and all this crap. And so like I thought that was the coolest damn thing. It was like the height. I was like, oh, how cool is this? Like he's still doing this and like really, and like I'm in the thumbnail and blah blah blah. Unfortunately, a lot of his viewers did not get the joke. And they thought, like, even though he was being sarcastic, they did not pick up on his sarcasm.
Yes, and did they attack you for it?
Oh yes, they come out in droves. And I don't want to say like all PewDiePie's fans are dumb, but because no, I don't because I'm not.
No, but they have mob mentality.
It's mob and like if you have 60 million, like at the time it was like 50 or 60 million subs. A lot, like a portion of a giant fan base will be dumb. That's just statistics. That's inevitable. It's in my fan base. It's in yours. Like that's just, it's statistics. So like any portion of 60 million is a lot.
Jesus.
So you know what I mean? So they all come out so much so that I had to make a little joke video. I actually ended up making last year a Your Grammar Sucks video just based off of the comments, the hate comments I got.
Yes, I do remember this. Yeah.
So, and just to point people out, like I had to explain the joke. And when you explain a joke, it just deflates all the comedy out of it. And it's so depressing. But anywho, okay, so this is a very long answer to a short question. To this day, a flash forward a full 12 months after all of this, to this day, I still get genuine people who still believe I stole from PewDiePie. On Twitter, people are like, why'd you fucking steal Lawai?
Oh my
God. Or like,
God.
you copied Lawai, right? Or blah, blah, blah. And I know that they're genuine because they don't follow me. Like if I click on their handle and they follow me, I know it's a joke.
Right.
If they don't follow me, I'm like, fuck. It's real. So that's what I hate when people, it's not even a question. Sometimes they're just like, you just fucking copied Pewds. But that's what I do genuinely hate because it's like, I explained this a year ago. It was this cute little joke that exploded because sarcasm's hard.
Yeah.
So that's what I hate. What I wish
that makes sense, and I feel like it's never going to go away completely because the internet is forever.
The internet, it's written in ink.
Yeah.
It's written in ink, so it doesn't matter. I could make this video every week and people would still, But you were and still are a genuine fan of PewDiePie. Yeah, I am because like he's smart. I mean, like he's
a maniac. He's a full-time Looney Tune, and you know it, Pewds.
Yes, but he's like I say he's smart because he knows how to adapt over time. Like he no longer makes the screaming Let's Plays. He makes like these commentary videos, and I know he's landed in hot water a number of times for various things, but he knows how to like adapt and like that's tricky to do, and he's been around for a while too.
Yeah, and he was one of the people that I appreciated being really candid about having like a burnout situation, about feeling like he wasn't fulfilled with the content that he was making. And I was like, I appreciate this. And I can't imagine the stress that you have at the level of subscribers that you have and like all the eyes on you. Like you can't ever do anything completely right at that point.
He's very open. He's very candid about that, which is kind of refreshing for a guy at that level.
Yeah, for sure. Is there anyone else that you're obsessed with?
Yes.
Okay.
Many people.
Okay.
There's my first go-to for this question is a YouTube channel called Red Letter Media. Oh. It's just like a group of dudes, just like some, middle-aged, just kind of guys in Milwaukee.
Okay.
All they do is review movies. They're so wonderful. They're more of a podcast channel than a YouTube channel.
Okay.
I hate calling them YouTubers because they're so goddamn like they transcend your typical hey, what's up, you guys? You're like they're not that. They review movies and they're so funny.
Okay.
Like they're talk about dry and sarcastic. Like you go to these guys to watch a review of a bad movie because they are just so articulate in explaining why a bad movie is bad, but they do it in a fun, really funny, entertaining way.
Okay.
And so I look up to like every time
What's
they upload.
What's it called again?
Red Letter Media.
Red Letter Media. Okay.
I'm like their biggest cheerleader. Another guy that I really like is, my buddy Eric Hofstad. He does comment etiquette.
Okay.
He's a good friend of mine and he's been around, I think, as long as I have on YouTube. He makes wonderful videos on how to write comments in the YouTube, like in a video.
Yeah.
And how it pertains to, but like he's so verbose and just the language he uses, it's so funny because it's just like,
check it out.
he's great. And then another guy is Video Game Donkey. Now, he's the only Let's Player I watch because...
Okay. And Let's Player means basically you're watching someone play a video game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna sit down and watch a 30-minute video of a dude playing Red Dead Redemption or whatever the fuck.
No.
I'll watch this guy because he'll consolidate all of that into like 3 minutes.
Okay.
And it's like just the high, and it's almost like it's Spark Notes, and it's almost like a sketch at that point. So he does this really cool combination of your typical Let's Play and sketch comedy, and it's this beautiful marriage, and I love it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That seems refreshing. And like I don't know that world very well, but it doesn't seem like many people are doing that kind of thing there.
No, not at all. I mean, like there are some copycats, but like he does it like he's like Coke.
Oh, okay.
Coca-Cola. Sorry.
Cocaine?
Coca-Cola cane.
Cheers. What she wants. Alternatively,
yes.
Is there anyone that you hate follow, hate watch? I mean, we all do it. We all know that we follow people on Instagram because we can't stand what they post, but you can't look away from it. You don't have to name names necessarily, but I would love for you to name names.
Has anyone ever named names at this point?
I think some people have. Like I look at Trisha Paytas' stuff all the time.
Okay.
I'm fascinated by it. It's fascinating. I think she's very smart, and it's fascinating.
I'll tell you this. Here's how I'll answer this question. When I will hate watch when drama is stirred. So like when one YouTuber I admire or like says something about another YouTuber, like, look at what this motherfucker did. Of course I go like, oh, let's see. And that's terrible. And like, that's bad. Like that shouldn't be my knee jerk reaction because then that person gets what they want.
Yeah, fair.
But I buy into it.
But also, it's your community, so it's almost like your peers.
And you kind of have to. Well, you have to know.
Yeah,
you got to know like the news, what's going on, and you have to know like a bit of the drama, a little bit, just to know, so you know what not to do.
Yep.
Or just to figure out
what to avoid.
Yeah, what to avoid. Absolutely. And sometimes it can be entertaining, but. Yeah, sure. I got some of those people that I hate watch, hate follow.
Yeah. Do you have anyone that you would totally fanboy over if you met them in person? That you haven't met yet?
No. I would not fanboy over.
Have you ever fanboyed over anything?
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I remember when we first met on My Music, Jarrett and I were so blown away by your genuine love for Dave Matthews Band. And that's how I was like, Jack is a Pandora's box because I can't tell. I'm learning that he's sincere about this, but I thought it was a joke at first.
Oh, no, dude, it's real. And that hasn't changed one iota. All right. I worship at the altar of DMB. All right. He's my boy. He's my band. Have
you gone? I mean, how many concerts?
So many. Yeah. Fuck yeah. The answer is yes. I really hate to say this. I listened to his new album. He has a new album, a few months old.
Okay.
And by the way, my sister got me into him years and years ago. So we both are like equally diehard fans.
But also you're from Maryland.
Yeah.
And so I feel like, and I'm from South Jersey, that was hugely prevalent when I was in high school, that everyone loved Dave Matthews so much.
100%.
Yeah.
That in college too. So we both listened to his new album, and keep in mind, we're both diehard fans. After which we both looked at each other and went, no. It's just, I mean, like, but I still love his old stuff, and I'll go to concerts of his until he dies or I die, whatever happens first.
Yeah, I mean, I think might live forever. He's one of those.
I hope so. I could see it happening.
Okay, what wouldn't you do for Klondike? You just posted this video where you did Bird Box Challenge.
Sure did. Yeah. And then I had to rename it because YouTube was like, no.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I get it. So like,
wait,
so they
why?
So YouTube has a
because it's dangerous.
They imposed a blanket ban on anything Bird Box Challenge related. Because dumbasses were actually doing this, like with their kids. Like parents were like blindfolding their kids, and their kids were like walking into walls and shit. This is real, by the way. Like I've seen the footage to back it up, and it's fucking disgusting.
Oh no.
So I wanted to make fun of the Bird Box challenge by pretending like by doing it to my dogs. Like I thought the original title was funny enough. It was just like I bird boxed my dogs, or it's like I made my dogs do the Bird Box challenge because they were bad. So I just did a dumb sketch where like I put a blindfold on Klondike. And so I'd throw a chew toy and then she would blindly leap after it. And then the next cut would be like a stuffed animal, like launching into a wall that looked like her, just like jump cuts. Like the whole video was just jump cuts. Right. And it was very obvious that like no animals were harmed.
Right.
YouTube demonetized it.
Really?
And I think it kind of got like shadow banned in the view department.
Weird.
And I get it. Like it's like I can't complain because it's like I know, like
but then
even parody.
Why didn't they ban that like Drake Kiki challenge? People were doing that in the highway.
Shit, they weren't they?
That's dangerous. But I guess YouTube loves Drake, so
they didn't they address? No, they didn't address it. But I find it funny that in the YouTube Rewind video, you saw that right this year.
No, I didn't.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't invited, so I didn't watch it.
Hey, good news. No one in our community was invited.
Mamrie, I think, told me, she's like, I watched and I had to turn it off like 30 seconds in.
It's very bad.
I think there's like people doing fireside chat circle, like revealing secrets or something.
Super bad.
Also, I keep up with pop culture enough to even understand the references anymore, let alone the people that are trying to be part of the references.
If you want to feel old,
okay,
that's what you watch.
Can't wait.
Yeah, right. Cue it up. No, but I bring it up because in the middle of that video, someone's like, it's so organic too. Hey, let's do the In My Feelings challenge. but it's not the dangerous car one. It's just like I think it's like dancing to it. Like that's how YouTube interpret. They're like, well, we have to do a cool, safe, family friendly version.
Oh no!
So it's super cringy. It's like animated characters dancing to it.
Oh no!
Oh, it's garbage. It's hot, flaming garbage.
I feel like I was talking to someone about this when it came out, that like it feels like this past year was the like nail in the coffin of we don't need this, and this cost you guys a lot of money to make, and what if you redistributed that money into other things and creators and such?
What a novel concept.
I don't know much about business. I hit record and then
I was gonna say that's why we're YouTube.
I hit record and then I regret. It's just an endless cycle. Okay, well, we have 1.5 billion Twitter questions for you, which was so fun to see that people have some real inquiring minds want to know some real dumb shit. So we're going to take one more quick break. And when we get back, we're going to just fucking dive in.
I can't
more
wait.
Jacksfilms on Not Too Deep.
Not too deep.
This episode of Not Too Deep is brought to you by Squarespace. Turn your dream into a reality with Squarespace. They make it easier than ever to launch your passion project, whether you're looking to start a new business, showcase your work, publish content, sell products, and more. Squarespace is the tool for you. They have beautiful templates created by world-class designers and the ability to customize just about anything with a few clicks, so you can easily make a beautiful website all on your own. Squarespace's powerful e-commerce functionality lets you sell anything online, and analytics help you grow your site in real time. Everything is optimized for mobile right out of the box, and there's nothing to patch or upgrade ever. Buying domains is simple, and you'll get the help you need with Squarespace's 24/7 award-winning customer support. Squarespace empowers millions of people, from designers to lawyers, artists to gamers, even restaurants and gyms, to turn great ideas into something real. So head to squarespace.com/grace for a free trial, and when you are ready to launch, use the offer code GRACE to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/grace, offer code GRACE.
Okay, Jack, we're going to get into these Twitter questions. Before we do, I'm going to ask you the 2 questions I ask every single guest that's on the podcast.
Yeah.
And the first is, who, alive or dead, would you most want to throw cold spaghetti at?
Oh boy, I would like to do that to Eric Andre. Because I feel like he would do something funny with that.
Yeah.
He's one of my many comedy gods.
Yeah.
And I worship his show. I think he would do something. He would figure out how to take that situation and maximize its full comedic potential.
Yeah, make it bigger. Yeah. Oh, that's a great one. I don't think we've had that answer.
Yay. Oh,
no,
good.
Yeah,
good.
Brand new. Okay, and the other question I ask every guest is to tell us your worst pants shitting story or close call, but you can only use 3 words or 3 small phrases. So mine is college jogging front lawn.
friend's basement bathroom.
I love when people have an immediate story.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
the
sure.
best. We always have people that are like, I don't know if I have a thing. And
That's a
it's
shame.
like,
That's a
you're
shame.
a robot. You're a robot. Okay, now let's get into these Twitter questions. Like I said, we have so goddamn many.
Hell yeah.
Someone wants to know, what was your first impression of Jarrett Sleeper when you worked on my music?
Oh, just a teddy bear of warmth, comedy, insight. He was so, as you know, he was so easy to get along with.
Yes.
And the whole thing was, I always saw you guys just like laughing and cracking up and like.
He was just the most confusing person to me.
Yeah, he's a tough nut to crack because he does everything. He knows so much about so many fields.
Yeah, I remember someone describing it perfectly. I think it might have been like Lee Newton or something on the second season, that she's like, literally we're in the green room and we look over and Jarrett just has a book about law that he's studying in the corner because he's now going to law school apparently.
That's like, who else does that?
I don't know.
But he was always just awesome to just talk to. He was just so warmth. It's just, comes to mind.
That's great. Someone wants to know, do you ever feel like you could disappoint your fans and fear losing everything you've gained so far? If so, how do you get over that fear of disappointment?
I thought you were going to say disappoint your family. And I was like, I did that years ago. No, my family's actually super supportive. But okay, so the question is, how would I get over that fear?
How do you get over the fear of disappointing your fans?
Just trying to stay smart, like making smart business decisions that don't backfire and blow up in my face.
That's fair. Yeah.
You
Do
know?
you have resolutions? Do you make like New Year's resolutions?
A little bit. Yeah. There's always like last year and this year, there's always like, I got to lose a little weight. So that's like, that's when I like go back to the gym.
Yeah, you guys, I remember you and like Olga K and like a bunch of other YouTubers did this like fitness challenge. What was that?
So it was
P90X?
Me. Yeah, it was P90.
P90, okay.
Because they already did P90X. And so Beachbody came to me and said like, we got a new thing out. It's just called P90.
Okay.
It's like a little simplified version of P90X, a little less extreme.
Okay.
Still with Tony Horton attached to it and all that. Do you want to? And I was like, yeah, I was at my heaviest. And I said, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
So myself, Aaron, Olga, Bart Baker, Brock Baker, and Shira Lazar, we all did this thing together, and it was very strict. It was 3 months. I mean, like that. Well, just like P90X, it's 90 days, 3 months.
Yeah.
We were on a very strict diet.
Oh God.
But it worked. I mean, like I lost almost 30 pounds.
I remember seeing the before and after photos of everyone and being like, holy shit.
It's absurd. But I mean, like it had to work because it was extremely strict diet and exercise.
Yeah.
It was 6 days a week workouts, and
Jesus, 6 days a week?
Yeah. And you couldn't, and like we worked with the trainer too some of those days. Like we went to a gym to like make sure we were doing everything right.
Yeah.
And like I really can't stress how strict the diet was. Like we were under like calorie restrictions, you know? So like that was a big chunk of it, obviously.
Sure. I mean, and then when you go in those basic terms, you're like, yeah, if you follow a diet, you will lose weight.
You will lose weight. It's impossible not to.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay, someone wants to know, talk about Jenna, we want the tea.
Oh, yeah.
What's this? There's a dog feud?
Yeah. We have this fake rivalry, Jenna Marbles and I, just with our dogs. I forget how it started actually, but the joke is like we hate each other and our dogs, or we hate each other because of our dogs.
Because you have a better set of dogs and she thinks she has a better set of dogs.
Precisely.
Okay.
So we just have fun feuding with that.
That's great.
Yeah. And people love it. I think it's gotten to the point where some people are like, oh shit, is this for real?
Yeah. I was going to say, you seem to have a lot of fake feuds.
Yes.
I'm curious to see when you have a real feud, if people are going to be like, he's crying wolf. Like, I don't believe this. And they're going to be like, I need support.
I don't know if I have any real feuds. I think I'm very
There's
boring
still time.
like that.
2019 just started. We got plenty of time.
Another resolution. Then.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Someone wants to know, what's your favorite and least favorite video that you've ever released?
Favorite video okay.
Because I know this changes probably. I mean, it will evolve, but yeah.
No, I think a lot of creators, we can all relate to that. Like we all have favorites that change over time. Right now, just top of my head, I'm really happy with a video I uploaded in 2015 called Your Grammar Sucks 100 because like Your Grammar Sucks episodes 1 through 99 were just like little 5-minute videos and just cute little things. And then I really wanted to go big for 100. So I ended up making a feature length long, like 60-minute long video.
That's right. Yeah.
And I worked it took me a whole year to do it because
Jesus.
it's like 60 plus YouTubers,
Yeah.
you know, including you, and everyone's in it.
Yeah.
Everyone's in it.
It's basically YouTube Rewind.
It's an hour-long rewind. That's right. Without all of those in my feelings challenges.
Yeah.
And it was sketches after, like, it was literally dozens of sketches. There were multiple different segments, like
Yeah.
little like recurring bits, and there was I wrote like 7 original songs. It's
Oh my
like almost
God.
a musical. Like I went balls out for this video, and I think I'm proudest of it. I don't go back and watch it because I mean, like it's an hour-long YouTube video, and they're
Yeah.
tricky to actually sit and watch through. But I'm really happy that I did it. It's there.
Yeah.
You know, it's this body of work I'm very, very proud of.
That's awesome. Do you have any of those sort of grandiose ideas for this year? You don't
Yeah.
have to give us the details because if it's still stewing in your brain.
Well, I was really inspired by Bandersnatch on Netflix. Did you see that?
No, I haven't.
For those who aren't aware, it's a choose your own adventure on Netflix, and it works flawlessly. It's very
Really?
clever. I think it was executed very well. A lot of people have some criticisms with like the storytelling. I think it's just a brilliant idea done well. And I was inspired by that. And I know that choose your own adventures is no original concept on YouTube. People have been doing that since the start, but I want to do something clever with that. I want to make a quiz. And I'll just say I don't care.
Yeah.
I want to do are you familiar with the YouTube channel Watch Mojo?
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
They do top 10 lists and countdowns
Right.
every day.
Yeah, yeah.
Like 5 a day. And like they've done the big ones, like the top 10 best action scenes or the top 10 worst this, best that.
Okay.
But they've been around for so long that they've done every conceivable top 10 list you can think of.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're like the last couple of years, it's just like bottom of the barrel stuff. It's like top 10 actors who you didn't know were vegan, or you know, and it's like the top 10 best chefs in anime, and that's real. So it's like oh, they're out of ideas. So I want to make a quiz where I want to do I want to take the Bandersnatch approach where it's like choose your answer, and then that answer will fork out into like you're right or you're wrong or whatever. But the quiz, it's multiple choice, and it's out of these 4 titles, which is a fake Watch Mojo thing, or which one is the real one in a sea of 4 answers. So I want to like make a quiz out of that.
Oh, that's interesting.
But that would involve making like 40, 50 videos, because for each answer I have to put in a nope, you're wrong, try again, like 4 of those.
I think you can do this.
It's doable. I just have to set aside like a week. But yeah.
Well, I think that's fascinating, and I hope that anyone listening or watching this podcast spams you to get that done. I think it's what the world needs. Speaking of what the world needs, what's your favorite Kidz Bop album?
Well, how do I choose? They're all so good.
I
It's
know.
like choosing my favorite dog.
Which a lot of these questions are asking that.
Oh, good. Oh, I have an answer for that. No, Kidz Bop 15 was really when it came into its own. I'll have to say. No, I got a long running thing with that. That's another inside joke. I make fun of Kidz Bop all the time because, that was the thing. I made the Kidz Bop quiz. So I had Steve Green, Nikki Limo over, and we made a quiz out of it where, I love doing. I had so much fun writing the quiz. I would give them a song lyric, like a real song lyric from an original pop song,
Sure.
right? And I was like, okay, and it was like a little risque.
Okay.
So I would say, okay, now how did Kidz Bop?
Repurpose this?
Yes.
Oh, that's
And
a great idea.
And it was multiple choice. It was 1, 2, 3, or 4. And it was really, it turns out the quiz was super fucking hard.
Yeah.
So it was Aaron, Steve, and Nikki were all playing against each other. And there were 15 questions and no one had a score higher than, I don't remember what the high score was, but it was really fucking hard.
That's fascinating.
And I was super proud because I can write like a Kidz Bop writer, yeah, so ever since then, even before then, that's what the whole Kidz Bop thing is about.
I love it. I also think Kidz Bop is really weird when you really think about it.
Exactly. It's someone's job to repurpose those lyrics.
And then hire children to sing them. I don't
It's just, right? And it's just like,
It's a little bit like we've talked on the podcast before about Zoom. Did you ever watch Zoom growing up on PBS? It's like the science show that had all the kids.
Yes.
I always wanted to be on that show secretly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Aw.
I think it was based out of Boston, so I think it was a very East Coast kind of scenario.
Maybe if there's like a Netflix reboot, you could be the host.
Yeah, that's all I want to be. That's all I want to be.
Aim high.
Yeah. Someone wants to know, do you have any advice for those who have trouble with public speaking?
genuine advice. I mean, like first off, you should not come to a guy like me for advice like that. I'm a fucking YouTuber.
Do you do live shows?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, like on Twitch and occasionally
but I mean,
on YouTube.
like in person, like at theaters and stuff like that.
I've done that too. I've done a little bit of that. And I mean, practice. That's the only way you get good at something. Like the only way you get more confident at being a YouTuber, a good YouTuber, is just you practice and doing it. You just shoot in front of a camera, film yourself. It's gonna, like the first time you turn on that camera and you talk into it, it's awkward as fucking hell. Yeah, I hated it.
Yeah.
But you know, when you make 1,000 videos, you're gonna get good at it.
You're gonna get into a rhythm. Do you edit all your videos too? Yeah. Have you ever thought about hiring an editor? Or is that like a control issue thing?
The latter. It's a big control issue thing. And in the past, I've had just like a couple of videos edited by editors just because but it's really tricky. So like, for example, a formulaic video or series like Yai or a Jackass. Yes, that's what I pass off. Not every time. Like it's only like once every like 20 or 30, but I will pass that off to an editor just to make it faster. But for a comedy sketch, how do you do that? How do you hire, especially because, you know, like for comedy stuff, it's all in your head. You have a very specific vision.
Right.
And you don't want anyone touching that. And also comedy is all in the, or at least my kind of comedy is all in the timing.
Yeah.
Which means a very precise frame by frame editing.
Yeah.
And when you shoot in 60 frames a second, it's such a fucking chore, like, you know, picking the right frame to cut something. But I have to do that. I don't trust another editor to do that.
That's so fair. How long on average does it take you to edit a video? It depends on which one, I'm sure.
Anywhere from a couple of hours to like a few days.
Wow.
So going up at like 12, it's like, in a few minutes. I'm uploading a video called 1 second of every video I made in 2018.
Whoa, cool.
And it's just like a little, it's a cute little highlight reel. So I made like 120 videos last year.
Jesus.
So that takes a long time. It's like, it's not just getting all the videos together, but it's choosing the right second that encapsulates, like, is that a fucking word? I don't know.
Sure, we'll take it.
The whole, like, that captures the idea of the video.
It's almost, because were you a music major?
So I was a film major, music minor.
Okay. Yeah. And it feels like that's like composing a song almost, like the rhythm of it.
The rhythm. That's exactly it. There's a lot. Yes. And I've talked about that before with like an old professor, but like, because I had when I was in college, one of the film courses I took was taught by a guy who like used to write hit songs or like he had like a couple of little micro hits in the 80s. And he often compared editing a video or a film to writing a song, because we know, like when we watch a movie, it's not even like a YouTube video, but a movie, we just kind of instinctively know that there should be this rhythm of cuts. Yeah. And if a camera lingers too long on something, like a conversation between two people, there's got to be that rhythm of the back and forth, of the 180 rule and blah, blah, blah. There has to be that rhythm. Yeah. And I think it does help if you have some background in music to edit a video or film.
That makes sense. That makes sense. You just got a TED Talk, guys. Congrats.
Welcome to my TED Talk.
Congrats. So many people, we're coming near the end of the podcast, but so many people want to know what's happening for you in 2019. Like, what can people look out for?
I'm trying to get weird and experimental.
Whoa.
And what does that mean? So I want to try different things on and off YouTube. Yeah.
Do you look into like the traditional world, like TV film stuff at all?
A little bit. Like I want to try pitching a series.
Okay.
But I have to like make it first.
Yep.
But I do that a little bit. Like, here's the thing. I don't do auditions because I don't do any of that. Because I want to create more than like acts. Yeah. Well, first off, I'm a sucky actor. But I would much rather create
Intern
something.
2 was a legend.
No. I was the weakest actor in that show. No.
None of us knew what the fuck we were doing. We're all just screaming into the void.
Oh, aren't we all?
Yeah.
But to answer your question, like, not so much traditional media like that, but I want to like create more things. Like I want to make a game, I want to take,
that's cool.
I want to take one of my series and turn it into like an actual downloadable game.
That would be awesome.
That's what I'm working on. One of the things I'm working on in 2019. And like I said, that choose your own adventure thing, like I want to get weird and experimental on YouTube like that.
Cool.
And some other things too. It's just, I just want to try. I just kind of want to widen my pool.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. It feels like it's the right time. No one knows what what we're all doing on YouTube. So it's
Yeah.
like, why not experiment? Why not throw new spaghetti at a wall and see what happens?
And spaghetti comes back. It's circular. I love that.
Jack, where can people find you if they don't already know?
You can find me on YouTube at youtube.com/Jacksfilms, or you can find me on Twitter at Jacksfilms.
Very cool. And because you made time for us on the podcast, we give everyone that is a guest a personalized fortune cookie that you're welcome to open.
A personalized fortune cookie.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right. I don't think. Let's see. I have to break into.
Go for it. Don't worry. They're not.
Oh, fuck yeah. It says, I don't know if you can see this on camera, Twitter for Android.
Yeah, which we haven't touched on, how do you describe this shenanigan to people? Because you are on speaking of what's up for you in 2019, you're on a fucking mission right now.
Oh my God. It was so stupid. So I do this thing every day since January 1st, and we're only until right now, we're currently at the recording of this podcast, we're in late January.
Yeah.
But every day I tweet Twitter for Android. But the catch is, it's not just that, because that would be lazy. I screen grab the previous day's tweet, and then also tweet on top of it Twitter for Android. And so it just stretches out into this long, blurry, pixelated, disgustingly cropped mess.
Yeah.
And I want to see if I can do it for every day in 2019.
So you're going to do over 365 days.
Yeah.
We're not even through the first month of the year, and it's already incredibly stressful to look at. So I wish you luck.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
And thank you for making time and doing this and being here. I'm so excited to see how all these creative, cool ideas come to fruition, or not. Who knows?
Or not. You know how fickle we YouTubers are.
Yeah.
No, thanks for having me. This was awesome.
Of course, guys, go check out Jacksfilms if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time on Not Too Deep. Goodbye.
Too deep, too deep, too deep, not too deep with Grace Helbig.